Hi guys, welcome to my review of Metaltown 2009. If you don't know what Metaltown is, I don't think too many people do. I'll just explain quickly. So it's a yearly event which is arranged in Sweden, in Gothenburg. And this was my first time there. It's basically a metal festival. A lot of great metal bands and some hard rock bands playing there. And yeah, I went there with my dad actually, and yeah, I just thought that I would review it because I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was one of the best things I've ever done, pretty much. So I thought that I would give you a review. And I could make this into probably like 5 parts, but I'm not going to talk about everything. I'm going to try to make this into 1 part, maybe going to have to be 2, but we'll see. So the festival took place June 26 and 27, so last Friday, Saturday, and we had about a 2-hour drive to there from our town. So we missed the band we wanted to see the most, which was Pain. But we did see a lot of great bands other than Pain. So the bands we saw were, first of all, Trivium. That was the first band we saw out of the whole festival. And then we saw Meshuggah after that. Then we saw Children of Bodom. And after that we saw Disturbed. And then finally on Friday we saw Slipknot. And then we went back on Friday to Halmstad. Then we went back on Saturday again, so yeah, we drove a lot. But yeah, on Saturday we watched My Dying Bride first of all. We wasn't planning on doing that, but we got there a bit sooner, so we thought why the hell not. And after that we saw, I think, Mustache. We actually met my cousin there and her friend, so yeah, that was kind of fun. And after Mustache we saw Opeth, and then we saw Deer and Grey, and then finally Marilyn Manson. So now I thought that I would give you sort of a ranking of the bands which I enjoyed the most and so on, where number 1 is the one that I enjoyed the most. So at number 10 I put Meshuggah. I've never listened to the band really that much before, and I don't know, I just didn't like it that much. Number 9 I put Disturbed, which might be kind of strange because it's a huge band, one of the biggest bands who came to Metaltown. But I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it that much. I don't know why, I just didn't really. And then at number 8 I put My Dying Bride, which I had never heard before, but I kind of enjoyed watching them. And then number 7, this might be strange, but I put Slipknot. And I mean, they were really fantastic. I mean, they did a lot of cool stuff on stage. I mean, they were not just playing, they were very entertaining, doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, yeah, it's Slipknot, but I don't know why, I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Maybe because it was the end of the day and we had seen all of these other bands, and I don't know, but yeah, number 7 Slipknot. And then number 6 Trivium, partly because it was the very first band there, but I really enjoyed watching them. I like the band a lot. I have a Trivium shirt on right now. So yeah. And at number 5 I put Opeth, which I had strangely before, I hadn't really heard anything about them except for their newest album, Watershed. So yeah, I have been doing that for the last few days, and I'm gonna continue to listen to their discography. And at number 4 I put Mustache. It's a really great hard rock band, probably one of my favorite hard rock bands. Yeah, they were really, yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah, the singer is very entertaining. And at number 3 Marilyn Manson, and he got really crappy reviews by papers and such, but I really enjoyed it. He was like drugged on stage, but yeah, he was kind of weird. But I don't know, maybe that's why I enjoyed it. I don't know, I mean, I liked it. I mean, it's Marilyn Manson, he's a huge artist, and yeah, it was kind of an experience to see him. So if you remember all of the bands that I said I had seen, you will know what number 1 is when I say number 2. But anyway, number 2 is Deer and Grey. which I had never heard before. I mean, I listened to one or two songs before, the day before, or the same day, I can't remember, just to see how they were. And we wasn't gonna see it at first. We were gonna watch Mustache, Opeth, and then when Darren Gray played, we were gonna take a break and eat, and then get back to Marilyn Manson. But yeah, no, we changed our mind because I really wanted to see Darren Gray. I was kind of interested in them actually. I don't know why. I changed my mind, and I'm really glad I did because they were amazing. I mean, they were just really energetic or whatever on stage. I mean, it was pretty amazing to see. And since then, when we got home, I downloaded their discography, and I have been listening to them like crazy since. I've been listening to like 170 songs. I mean, they don't have that many songs, but I've been re-listening to songs, and it's just a fantastic band. I'm really glad that that we did watch them. And at place number 1 is Children of Bodom, which I don't think is a big surprise. Many people like that band. They usually are very good live. I've only seen them this one time, but I've seen like clips on YouTube. I have a live DVD, and I just know that they are usually very good live. And yeah, they definitely were the best band on Metaltown this year, and I'm definitely looking forward to go to Metaltown 2010. And another thing that I wanted to say is that I saw a few. So we saw 3 band members from the band Hammerfall. First of all, we saw Joachim Kams, the singer, and Anders Johansson, I think, who is the drummer. They walked by a few meters away from us, and then Joachim Kams came back, and he was like this far from me, and yeah, that was kind of cool. And then a little bit later, Oskar Dromniak and Anders Johansson passed by again, and yeah, so that was kind of cool to see them. And then we saw from Hardcore Superstar, Magnus Adde Andreasson. And Hardcore Superstar is my favorite band. I mentioned that a lot of times now. But yeah, they have been my favorite band for so long. We were listening to their new album on our way there. And then we see the drummer. I mean, that was just really surprising. And he was also like this close to me. And yeah, that was just a very cool experience or whatever to see him there. The drummer from my all-time favorite band. And now I thought that I would tell you about the bands which we missed or that we weren't really interested in seeing. So the ones I think is worth mentioning is Volbeat, The Haunted, All That Remains, Dragon Force, Napalm Death, and of course Pain, which I mentioned before. Evergrey, Bring Me the Horizon, Dead by April, Cult of Luna, Giru Gemesh. So yeah, we did miss a lot of bands, but all of those that I mentioned I have never really listened to, you know, except for Pain. And now finally for this video I thought that I would tell you about sort of a sideshow or whatever it's called Hälsopoppen, which you could watch. It was like performances during the whole days, both of the days, like 6 shows each day I think. And we only watched one of them. So first of all, there was a midget who had his hands like this, where the arms are supposed to be. And he took a screwdriver, he put a condom over it, he shoved it up all the way up his nose, and then he took the screwdriver out, and then he sucked the condom up his nose and took it out of his mouth, and he threw it out in the audience. And then he did a stage dive. But there were only one person there to catch him, and he actually dropped him. So yeah, that was really funny. And then there was a woman who did a striptease actually, and she also sort of played with fire. And then there was a man who, like, he put a nail through his, like the bottom of his mouth, and he took it out here. I mean, he put it through, all the way through here. So yeah, I guess that was the highlights of the Hälsopoppen which we saw. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little review. So yeah, thanks for watching.